Hey, Coach Luke here, and welcome to episode number 2 of Active Mum Meal Prep. Basically, I help mums to overcome self-doubt through training, nutrition, and mindset so they can drop at least 10 kilos and keep it off long term. Now, I've started these recipes because the hardest thing is always the food and the problem of I don't have enough time. So trying to come up with some really quick, really easy things that I've been doing for a while that I can help you guys save some time on as well. Now today we're making little mini pizzas that are 470 calories for the whole pizza and 50 grams of protein each. So all we're gonna use is we're gonna get some soft wraps from, these ones are Woolies. These are 130 calories each. So what is important is that you pay attention to the calories in your wraps and your base, as that is gonna be the killer. If you use a pizza base like one from the store-bought one, they're probably gonna be closer to 700-800 calories for a base. That thing, although it's not the same, I get it, it's 130 calories. We're gonna go 50 grams of ham, we're gonna go 100 grams of chicken breast. This time I've bought the stuff already cut up, so it's gonna be even quicker. We're gonna go 30 grams of light, tasty cheese. I've got some capsicum, some onion, tomato paste as the base sauce. That's important because if you are going to use something like a barbecue sauce, gonna be much higher in calories and you're gonna need a lot more of it. Also, the light cheese is important as well. And then once they're ready, all we're gonna do is sprinkle a little bit of Italian herbs on them and a bit of pink salt, and that is going to change the game. So we will we'll jump straight into this now and we'll get this happening. Okay, so we've browned up the chicken and now we're ready to put this sucker together. Now that literally took 6 minutes, super critical. It's gonna go in the oven for another 12 to 15 minutes anyway, so don't overdo the chicken or it's gonna be super dry and it's gonna taste like shit. So all we're doing here, quick little spray so that doesn't stick. We're gonna get one of our wraps. I'm actually making 2 of these tonight, and I know that we had 500 grams of chicken breast, so I'm gonna use 1/5 on one, 1/5 on the other, then I'll have about 300 grams left, and I'll just put that in the fridge and I'll match that up with some rice or something tomorrow. So we're just gonna get our spoon. Roughly 30 grams of this tomato paste should do. We know roughly how much is in there, so we'll throw that on. Tomato paste is quite low in calories. That's why a lot of the tomato-y stuff is definitely a better option than the cream-based stuff like we did last time with the carbonara pasta. So we just spread that around. This is not gonna be the prettiest thing in the world, but these actually taste really, really good. And when you compare that this whole thing is 470 calories and 50 grams of protein, a Domino's pizza is normally 250, 300 calories a slice. So definitely a big difference. So there's that one done, and we're just gonna throw 100 grams of chicken on each, roughly. This is cut really rough because I just got it already done to save some time. Spread that around, and you guys can put whatever you want on here, but just be careful if you're going meats that you're not going fatty meats, which are gonna add calories. I've got some ham here, and you want to add a decent amount of meat on there to get that protein up as well. That's where this 50 grams of protein is coming from the ham and the chicken, a little bit from the cheese, but making sure you're getting that on there. And then look, you can add some fancy weird stuff like spinach and stuff if you want. I'm not really interested. I'm gonna put a little bit of capsicum on there. And red onion is definitely a big one. I actually went to the shop just to get onion for this because I didn't want to make it without onion. This shit's good, man. So we'll add that little bit of onion, cutting it nice and thin, not going too crazy. Now this shit isn't rocket science. The main thing to remember is I've had so many people, and we're gonna go easy on the cheese, don't go crazy on the cheese. I think we went 30 grams on this recipe, and must be the light cheese because that definitely makes a difference. Cool, spread that around. Yeah, the thing to remember is just because you have made it at home, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's better for you than say a Domino's or something. As I said, if you buy one of those normal bases, load it up with normal cheese, smother it in sauce, put some crazy wild swirl on the top, put bacon on it, then you might as well probably just go to Domino's and get a thin crust. It's probably gonna be actually lower calories. So that's why I've made this, that's why I've done it this way, is to show you guys how you can hit those sort of calories and yeah, not go overboard. So that's gonna go in the oven now for about 12 to 15 minutes on 180, and we'll see how we go with that. Okay, so that has been in the oven now at 180 for 12 minutes. So we'll get it out and see how it looks. Beautiful. Just don't get a wet tea towel like I did so it burns your hands. Now all we need to add, these are the key ingredients. A little bit of pink salt, because who doesn't want pink salt in their life? And some Italian herbs sprinkled on top. Just the master food ones will be fine. Doesn't have to be fancy. And that makes a big difference. Cool. And there we have it, a 470 calorie pizza with 50 grams of protein. Hope you guys find this helpful. Comment below what you guys are gonna try and what you guys are gonna put on yours. Until next time,